Hello everyone and welcome to Unity of Command. Second standalone scenario is Operation Nordwind, and it's December the 31st, 1944. By late December 1944, it was clear that the Allies had thwarted the German offensive into the Ardennes. However, doing so had come at the expense of thinning out the American lines. In the Alsace, the Wehrmacht recognizes this temporary weakness and tries to exploit it by launching a series of attacks into the area. Ill-prepared and poorly coordinated, these operations seem doomed to fail. Okay, W dispatch. US 7th Army has weakened its lines to help stem our attack into the Ardennes. Your orders are to exploit this circumstance. Units are being redirected to your command with all possible haste, but have not yet arrived. As such, you may have to wait before letting loose all of your divisions. Finally, it seems the Luftwaffe may actually be able to offer some assistance for once. Right, objectives. Colmar, we have to hold it, just like Saarbrücken. We have to take Rheinau, turn 4. Hagenau, turn 8. Sarreburg, turn 8. Strasbourg, the actual objective of Operation Nordwind, turn 8. And bloody the Allies. So, the main goal here is to cut off the enemy's supply, namely this rail line and this truck supply, by moving through these woods and then cutting them off down here, because the Allies are much stronger than we are and will exploit any weakness in our lines with their priests and their specialist steps. They disgust me. Let's start off by trying to get rid of these guys. Okay, well that was not necessary, but sure. Right, so there are two things I can do. I can go in here which is probably better. And just already take down some of those actually, what I want to do here is, because the 88s, they're also indeed just on the defensive, that armor, but I think the Stugs are as well. Yeah, so it doesn't actually matter whether they have the Stugs or the flak. Right. So I might just as well give the Stugs to the tanks. You in here, and right, let's do that like that. There we go, so we can strengthen at least the units at Colmar, so they're less likely to attack. Turn 2 only. The SS Gebirgsjäger Division Nord, which was supposed to help in Wacht am Rhein, but they really only deploy if you do well, because they deployed at those forward cities, and I guess that it gets redirected here because those attacks were not going especially well there. I need to once again also suppress those guys. Let's deploy them though. Yeah, I have to think about which unit I ultimately want on this hex, and I think that's going to be the Panzer Grenadiers. Problem is that there's no other unit I can put into this forest hex. That's the shameful part. Oh, I didn't even suppress the correct step. Well, at least those guys got trashed. Yeah, I can't do anything else there, so let's put this there. And it doesn't really matter for them, as if they're not on this hex, there's nothing they can do. If I reorganize that step, what am I gonna put it on? Nothing good, I think. So yeah, let's just end the turn, and I want to take that particular hex on the next turn if I can. It's very unfair that even if they move, they get back their specialist step, but not me. Like, never me. If I move my unit, then I don't get the artillery, I think, even on their turn. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not too sure. Never mind what I said. I'm not sure anymore now. I think I don't, but yeah, I actually really don't like that, but why did you have to retreat? So I'm lucky in a case where I really don't want to be lucky. Come on, game. You disgust me. Yeah, perfect. And then you do that to me. Wow. This game, it's really unbelievable. It's just yeah, the attack would be nice now, but come on. So nope. No. You gotta love this game. Can't even get those stragglers. Okay. Yeah, I need to take Rhino on turn 4, and I can bet my ass that they're not gonna retreat this time. 50% chance. Nope, like I said, it was obvious from the start. Well, there's still one more shot, but I don't see it happening here. Oh, wow. Okay, super lucky. So I took Rhino, and I find their retreat to be a bit odd. That doesn't... The thing is, I think if I move in here, I cannot do recon and force up to that point. That's what I think, which would work as well. But I don't know whether you can do recon and force across a river. These guys, for example, don't seem to be able to do it. And they also can't do it because they can't do it across a river. But... this would cut off those guys, but it would surely die. %100%. Now, if I move them in here, I can attack there on the next turn, but that does not help. Gonna try. Although as it is, I cannot even cut them off this turn anyway. So let's actually put you in here to at least cut off those guys, which seems to be, I guess at that point, like one of the prime things to do. And just crossing you in order to attack there. This is gonna be a slaughter fest. That's for sure. Because doing this, I don't think it helps. No. So then, how would it help if they retreated? So they need to get an overrun in order to still move, because they have no movement points left, I think. I can't see. whether they do currently. Let's put counterattack on them and let's see what happens. I think this unit will get demolished at the very least, but if they focus most of their attention on that, then maybe at least these guys will be spared. And I could potentially cut them off on turn 5. Okay, I'm definitely also attacking this tank. Ooh, that's the first time that I've actually seen something so lucky. And I will attack because they cannot get back their strength, and thus I'm just gonna do this. And at least they cannot use that tank now. Let's take that. Okay, well, let's see what we can do then. Think I will have to put these a bit. No, yeah, they can be out of supply for one turn. That's okay. Okay, they are going for this, unfortunately. Good. And now they're going for this. And like I said, which is fine because it makes it so that all of these guys, at least this turn, won't be counterattacking them, which was the purpose here. Okay, surprisingly not too shabby. Yeah, they destroyed one of my units. Oh, come on, please. Okay, whew. If I get... Okay, I need to think about this for a moment. Because this is tricky. Overrun you. And if I move in here, I actually have a good attack on them. So the goal here now naturally is to make sure that they cannot retake this position, and that went very well with counterattack. So they already lost a lot of their specialist steps. So by slapping no retreat on them, counterattack on you once again, because they're going to try and break through these guys first, because this is across the river. That's naturally going to be bad for them, and they're going to be out of supply. I think this will work quite well. Some of them will be out of supply for 2 turns, so they already can no longer do anything. I don't have the supply for you, but I can technically give it to them next turn. So, no worry. No worry there, I think. Despite them not being able to attack on this turn, I still have a few turns left. Okay, so Ooh, good. Because these are some of the few that will be in supply, and thus they will be able to attack. And so what else could you possibly achieve? If I put them in there, there's already nothing they can do. Yeah, I'm fine with them wasting attacks. I don't necessarily want to attack there, though. It's tricky. So they have the supply out there. If I get rid of you, only that guy will be out of supply. I can live with that. So then I can extend that one. They are also going to be out of supply, I think. Yeah, and even these guys will. So that works to my benefit. They shouldn't even be able to give them supplies because both of these HQs will be cut off. But one thing that I can still see happening is them moving down potentially. But if I block them, they cannot do that. Like they can't. These guys could cross. Maybe, I'm not even sure whether they could, but I think this blocks them off quite well, and that's pretty much the goal here. So let's just do it like that. And pray, I think. I think that's the best thing I can do here. All right. Yeah. They're trying. But if that's all they could do, then they're lost. Okay, they're trying their best though with giving me terrible weather, for example. Yeah. Because this kind of weather, like I said, is disgusting, so that really doesn't help me even in the slightest. Well, at the very least, we got that, but Strasbourg getting there then will be the most important. And also getting these objectives. So I really want to focus on doing exactly that. They somehow were able to keep those guys in supply, but that won't last. Okay. So I can probably take Hagenau on turn 7. And okay, they cannot deploy any of those divisions. Okay. Where was it now? On those. So I need to make sure that they don't get a hold on any of that. Yeah, so attacking there, not too useful. But I can't allow them. I mean, they're not gonna do anything with those, so that's probably fine. Next one will be 7, and I need to take Strasbourg on the turn after that. They could actually attack from this side, so maybe... I'm actually well off trying to do something there once they're out of supply for 3 turns. I think they're gonna stay there. That's just to try and get supplies back. But that won't save them. Still quite difficult to remove the unit from Hagenau. Really would have expected that after all that it would have been possible to clear them, but that evidently wasn't the case. Okay, I can move my units up so you can move up too. And since they can no longer attack, I can put a meaningless unit in there. As I said, my top priority is getting into Strasbourg now. Because then there's only Hagenau left, which they also cannot reinforce. Okay. So what meaning does this hex have for them? Apparently none. So if they go in here, that does not concern me. Okay, I'll be able to take down the next turn. That hurt, but it was still well worth it. That shouldn't be easy, shouldn't be difficult to grab later. Would they get supply there potentially? Yes, they would. Yeah, sure, that's okay. So how much do you have? 8. So I can do a couple of these feigned attacks potentially. And they can't fight back anyway. Completely forgot about those. Supplies. All my units have the potential except these guys, but that's fine. Let's not do an 0-2 attack because I still might lose a step and that will reflect badly on my points. I didn't think it was possible to still level up with these guys. Okay, sure, let's go for free. Because I might lose points otherwise. Seriously? That's pretty sad that those greens, they can't even do something like that. Oh well. Well. Of course. Well. There we go. I would still consider this to be a great success for the Germans, I suppose. And yeah, only some of these guys are left, but they would get their sorry ass kicked anyway. I'm sure that gives me a higher score. Alright, and there we are. Brilliant victory! 407 points. Nice. We did quite well there, I think. Yeah, we got some casualties, but overall, I think I'm very, very pleased with this outcome. So, yeah, thanks for watching this standalone scenario, and hope to see you all in the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.